What's up? I am going to be live streaming today. I haven't live streamed in a while because I've been so busy with a whole bunch of other things. With the conference is probably taking the most amount of my time that we really need sponsors for. So if you know anybody, that would be great because I'm going to lose a lot of money if we don't get more sponsors. And it's going to be a great event. It's going to be awesome. But really need sponsors, also attendees. So definitely go to epicweb.dev/conf and come to the conference. It's going to be really great. So yeah, that's been taking a lot of my time, and this new house is as awesome as it is. It's still just a lot to like finish up. Like I got paint on my door that still needs to be touched up and stuff. Like, so there's just like lots of little things. So I have people coming over to the house to finish different things up. It's not bad, but we are still missing a couple couches and stuff, so we don't really have anywhere to sit. Yeah, so that's been taking up just a ton of my time, and so I think I want to start doing like scheduled live streams every day. So that I just make sure that I get some work done, because I've spent just so much time in my email and it's driving me bonkers. So yeah, anyway, and that's what's going on here. I really just want to get to actually coding something. So we're going to be coding or fixing the authentication flow for my personal website, because for some reason it's not working quite right. So I need to diagnose the issue and then fix it. Eventually, I think I'd like to add passkey support to that. Maybe I can do that today. I've got my son's gymnastics in about an hour. I'll need to leave for that. So we'll see what we can get done in an hour, and it should be a lot of fun. So with all that, let's get into it. Yeah, let me see. I also want to get the Discord up here so that if somebody wants to chat in there, they can. We've got the live stream chat channel going on over here. I don't think we really use that a whole lot. Now I mostly am using the chat from the different places that you're watching this. So I'm gonna have both of those open. Okay, so let's, well, we have no calls right now. Yeah, so I am logged in right now. If I were to go incognito, then I'm gonna have to go through the login process. And before I do that, I'm gonna bring this over here just in case I end up showing my password or something. I don't want to accidentally do that. Just sign in with GitHub, and then that's not a problem. Hopefully there's nothing in here that's all that important either. Probably should just double check. Gotta find my server, KCD. We're going to live logs. Here we go. Okay. Everything's up and running. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 regions. 2 in Denver, because that's my primary. I have LightFS configured to only choose Denver locations. 1 mount for each one of these. Everything seems to be going swimmingly. So we just got a post for Lookout. Yeah. Okay, good. So we're solid there. So now if I come here, I'm gonna pull open my DevTools here as well. And actually, I just remembered, y'all really like me to be in dark mode when I'm streaming. So there you go. You're welcome. And actually, I wonder. Yeah, never mind. Okay, so let's shoot this over to the right side. And then we're going to say, send me a login link. So that is, I just want to make sure the request headers don't have anything weird. Yeah, we got some Sentry related stuff. Baggage, huh, that's interesting. Yeah, that all looks fine. Client hint time zone, prefer color scheme, that's all good. Yeah, so the fact that this is taking forever is a problem. Probably should have looked at this before I hit go. Let's see, it was, yeah, definitely, it's gonna be one of these. I'm not sure what that's all about. Not sure why we're getting a head request there. I don't think it's related. Huh. Let's see if we can find which server I'm hitting. So if we go here, then that's going to tell me that this was served by, here's my fly ID request that's coming from Denver. The fly instance, and that's the primary. So we are hitting the primary directly. And that's 68. Here we are. So we're looking at those logs. It's very interesting. Okay, here we go. This is something. Error verifying email address. Verifier is got a problem. Okay, so here's the easy solution to this. First of all, that shouldn't be a problem. Second of all, it should not take that long to verify. So that is a problem. So that is, yeah, something easy to fix. We're gonna just make sure, why is it deploying right now? It's weird. I'm confused by that. Created 9 days ago. What? I'm confused. Status. Okay, we're not going to worry about that right now. Okay, coming back to cursor. We're going to go to our login route. And in our action around here, this is all still remix. I haven't updated this to React Router version 7 yet. We're checking the honeypot. That's all fine. Is email verified? This is what's taking too long. Now this is interesting. It shouldn't even, if we have a user, we shouldn't even bother verifying email address. Yeah, like, why are we doing that? Why did I do that? If the user exists, then they're verified. If, I feel like I've done this before. I don't know. Yeah, this is like a last resort. Like, oh, you don't have an account and you're not subscribed to my newsletter? No, okay, I'm gonna go make sure that your email's legit before I send any emails or anything. Yeah, that solves that problem. Now it's not gonna be an issue for anybody who's either subscribed or has a user account. I'm not sure why that's taking so long, so here's the other thing I'm gonna do. We're also going to, let's see, make this so that it times out after 2 seconds and returns a verified true result. Okay, we're using an import controller for that. Time, yep, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool. And this error, I guess, well, hold on. Yeah, okay. Return result. We don't want to block. Yeah, okay, just like that. the user from logging in if we can't verify the email address is invalid. There we go. All right, so we've got a 2-second timer, so it should never take longer than 2 seconds. And we're gonna add a log here too, console.error. Actually, let's do this. Log if the error was a timeout. So we want to log that it's errored out because of a timeout. If it wasn't a timeout, then we want to log what the error was. There we go. Beautiful. Here, let's do get error message. Do I have one of those? Yeah, there it is. Okay, good. Man, it feels good to code again. My goodness, this has just been too long that I've not been able to do fun coding stuff. Why is this defined inside the function? That's kind of a weird place to put it. That seems contrary to the way I often will do stuff like this. Yeah. Oh, I'm Maple Leaf. What's up? It's good to see you. I just looked at the chat. Somebody literally asked me if I'm losing hair. If I were losing hair, I might feel sensitive about that. And that's not a very nice thing to just ask somebody. I don't think that I'm losing hair. But if I were, I probably would be sensitive about it. So don't ask me that. I hope, do I look like I'm losing hair? I feel like I've always had this receding hairline. I don't think it's really changed much. Since when you don't code? I do code, but like, it's just been a hot minute since I've actually sat down and coded for any, like, for more than just a little bit because of how busy I've been with this house and the conference. And so, yeah, it just feels good to like be back in an editor for the last couple little bit. Yeah. Does Fly offer logging? Yeah, they do. In fact, they even have log search, which is a new feature I've not used yet. Newish feature. Actually, I don't think it's a new feature. I'm pretty sure they've had it for a long time. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Let's see if we can actually, how do we search? I used Grafana at PayPal a little bit. Yeah, fly logs. How do I search? How do I search? Enter query variable. Let's do lookout. There we go. Look at all those lookouts. All right, login. And we can see how long it took some of these login routes. Here we want a post request. Can I post login? Boom, look at those. See, lots of these don't even show how long it took because it timed out. Yeah, not fun at all. Not fun. This will fix that. And then I can send an email to these guys about like, why is their verify thing not working? I'm using this somewhere else too. I think I'm using it in the Epic Shop app. I think I was. I don't think I am anymore. But yeah, we definitely want to have this timeout logic around any time I use that. Because it's just like oh, it was in the Discord bot. I don't think that I do that anymore. Anyway, yeah, let's see what we've got now. Yeah, so we're gonna yeah, that's where I changed it. I changed it in the Discord bot. I was like, oh, why am I doing verify first? And I didn't change it in my website. So now we move the verifier later, and then we're a little bit more forgiving if the verifier takes too long, because this is just like a make it better sort of thing. Okay, anyway, we're gonna commit, let's see, move verifier and add timeout. Let's do email. Why am I writing this manually? Here, let's see what happens if we go over here and I say magic me a commit message. Improve email verification. Yeah, boom. Why do I do this to myself? I need to be better. All right, and then how do you push? Is that push? Boom. Look at this. Who needs to type anymore? My goodness. Boom. Very cool. All right. Is there a button for that too? Let's see. We've got improve that. Boom. That looks awesome. It's exactly what I wanted. And then we come over here and we look at the deploy. And we've determined that there are deployable changes, so we will deploy them. This is we only do this because we have content in the same repo. And if we're just changing content, we don't need to deploy because we've got a job that tells our, oh wait, no, that's the wrong, yeah, refresh content. We have this job that tells the server when content has changed. For example, update office photo, that changed some content. So we go refresh content and we run this, no compare SHA found building using build SHA. Okay, that, yep. And we see, okay, what files changed? Looks like pages uses MDX changed. So let me tell the server to update and refreshing cache for content paths. There it is. And it goes out to GitHub to get that. This is the coolest thing, and it's really paid off for building this thing. Yeah, I remember, I'm pretty sure I live streamed that like almost 4 years ago. My word, this has been like this for a while, and I'm really happy with it. I was not this happy with my website for very long ever before, and this is the first time I've actually been kind of happy about it. Playwright failed. It's probably been failing for a while. Looks like TypeScript also failed, so that should not be. I don't know why that would be the case. I've got some red in here. Log in. Uh-huh. Ah, okay. Oh, we need verify result needs an error. Status true, email and domain. Oh, okay, yeah, here we go. As const. There we go. Now it's happy. Oh, no, I'm learning. This is the new way we do things now. The computers do everything for us. The commit message will be better. I'll be able to do it faster. Yeah, this is the way we write software these days. Okay, so with that, let's also go over to X. We're going to ask the verifier guy. See if I can find them. I've posted to them a lot. Yep, here we go. Yeah, I use verifier. Works pretty well. How fast is it? Sub-second. Normally, when it's working, yeah, looks like they're not very active. The last thing they did was repost my thing a while ago. So that's too bad. Oh, you know what? Maybe they added a pricing. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I don't need that. I'm glad that they have pricing because it was free forever, and I was like, how is this gonna survive over time? Hey, look at that. Come on there. That's fun. Okay, but I need to, oh, it's called verify, right? Ooh, I wonder if maybe the API endpoints changed, and maybe I need a verify, hold on. Starter. Get started. Here we go. Yeah, it looks like maybe I need an API key for it now. I don't think I ever did before. But in any case, now this is going to make things work. It'll just make it have a 2-second delay. Yeah, that's what I get for using a service. Oh, no, I do have an API key. So I'll bet you that I already have an account, probably. Sending. Wow, it's taking a while to send. Maybe they were verifying. Oops. Whoops. Yoink. Just opening up my email. Huh. Oh, there it is. It ended up in spam. Not spam. Now I'm in my spam and I'm like, is anything else landed in spam that I should be aware of? No. So far, looks like no. Oh. That was not spam. That explains some things. Yeah. Yeah, man, spam. It's a whole thing. Okay, great. Let me just verify this. I don't know what it's going to show me when I finish verifying, so I'm going to bring that over here for a second. Okay. Wow, it's completely different from when I set this up years and years ago. Okay, good. Settings. I got my API key. I'm going to check if the API key has changed. So fly, SSH, console, C. Here, you can see this for a second. Bash. What? Oh, you know what? This is a new machine. I don't have fly installed. How do I install fly? Good question. Let's go to fly. I have not, see, this is what it's been like. I haven't even done anything with fly. We're addressing an incident. Oh, bummer. Oh, none of those matter. Well, sort of do. Yeah, no, just kidding. They do matter. What's going on? Emergency maintenance. Okay, service interruptions. Interesting. Okay, we're not gonna worry about that. It's not that urgent. Okay, so I'm looking for resources, documentation. Brew install. Okay, that's what we do. And dot files. We're gonna go over here because this is where I have my brew install stuff, and I want fly. That should have happened. Add fly to installation script. There are probably a couple other things I should put in there, but there it is. Okay, great. Now we got fly. There we go. I have to be logged in. Continue as me. And we're logged in. And now I'm on a box. And now what I want to do is find out this value is the same. Okay, good. So I don't have to update my API key. So that's good. And I'm guessing the endpoint is unchanged. Let me just verify that. Oh no, they did change the endpoint. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Sweet. So update the endpoint as well. Great. Let's commit that. I wonder what the status of our current workflow is. Okay, yeah, it's deploying right now. So we'll get that deployed. Yep, okay, sweet. So this isn't gonna stop that or anything. Yes, I wanna stage those. And then sync code changes. Push it up. There we go. Hey, that's that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be this whole big thing. It's fly control, not fly for brew install. Is that right? Is that what I? Hold on a second. You're right. It is fly control. My bad. I should have known that. Dot files. Where'd my brew install go? Where's brew? Fly CTL. What is it? CTL? Yeah. Yeah. See, this is why we have AI write our commit messages, because then we just have stuff like update.macOS. Okay, good. Glauber is speaking. Launch week 2 AMA. That's fun. Okay, and oh my gosh, Kent C. Dodds is live streaming. How cool! And they've got this little thing down in the corner now too, so you can be previewing stuff while you, or like watching stuff while you're doing this. I wonder, has a company that's ever paid for a sponsor talk sent a developer from their company, not their company, to present? That's what I want. I want developers from the company to present. This is with the assumption the community member writes the talk. It defeats the hypothetical if the company directs the presentation. Actually, fly.io is sponsoring at a speaking slot level for the bonus talk tier, or bonus track tier, or and the talk is by Annie, and it's so good I invited her to speak in the main track. So yes, there you go. All right, that's fun. Now, coming back here, we've got our live logs going on. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Ah! Man, this is actually going to be quite nice. It's been kind of annoying that this hasn't been working. And I know, like, some people are having trouble signing up for Discord and all of that stuff. Oh, Maple Leaf is back. What's up? Yeah, like I see my bot logs to a special channel in my Discord anytime somebody joins, and it like shows me what step in the process they are. And I've got a ton of people who never finished onboarding, like a lot of people. And so I'm gonna have to, there are some people who did, who like actually waited however long it took to send the email and stuff. But yeah, too many who didn't. And so I'm gonna send a message to all of them and say, hey, sorry that there was a bug in my onboarding process. It should be better now. So once this actually gets released, then we'll do that. And then we'll look into adding passkey support. And like, people will love that so much more than the login link. For a long time, I was like, yeah, email links, they're the best. They're awesome. And I still stand by the things that I said about why they're great. But I'm going to backtrack a little bit and say it is kind of annoying to have to log in through that email thing. And I acknowledge that even when I said it, but I think it's annoying enough that I would, and now we have passkeys, that I just want to do passkeys for everything. Even non-technical users can use passkeys. I hope. Like it's integrated onto their device. So I don't know. I need to talk to more non-technical users about that, I guess. Vijay, how does this code ensure secure email verification, and is appending the API key as a URL parameter a secure practice? It is fine. So answering the second question last, it's fine in this case because this is server-to-server communication, and so it's not like it's in the URL. Though, I suppose routers and stuff will see that URL and it'll show up in logs and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. If I were working at PayPal, there's not a chance in the world that they would let me do this. We would have our own service or something or like that. They probably do. But for what I'm doing, the email showing up in some server's logs or something, probably not that big of a deal. It is kind of unusual to have something like this be on as a param, but they probably just wanted to use a GET request. Having the token in there too, probably also not a big deal because it's server-to-server communication. Curious how I handle secret keys. I use environment variables. It's fine. I have a .env file in here, which if I opened it during the live stream would be not a great thing at all. I would spend the next half hour at least rotating keys. I have a .example in here that is committed to source. But yeah, I'm not a super fan of the .env file thing. And then of course, like I'm not committing this and pushing this or whatever. I go to the server and I say fly secret set and everything in that way. And that like it works fine. I also have this this way I used to do it. You check out the Epic stack for how I do things now. It's a lot easier. It would literally just be env dot or yeah. No, not for this kind of thing. This would just be process env verifier key. That's how I would get it. Yeah, so, and it would be all type safe and awesome in that way. But yeah, this is not terribly bad, but I think it could be better. Like, I know that 1Password has this really cool thing that allows you to run your process as a sub-process, and then you can control everything in 1Password, and then it's shared across devices. And if I were on a team, I might think about doing something like that. But this works well enough, and occasionally I'll just copy all of the environment variables into 1Password, so that if I lose something, it's just easier to restore that way. So anyway, that's how I do it. Okay, cool. Deploy, successful. Let's go here again. Close all this out. Oh, you know what? I've still got the cookie. So let's, where's my application? Application. Look at that performance. Oh man, how beautiful is that? My goodness. Where's Lighthouse? Let's just, you know, just for the fun of it. It's gonna give me a bunch of red, I'm sure. Doesn't like me. But you know what? There's dynamic stuff in here, and there's no content layout shift. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. We got 1.99 performance. It's gonna penalize me, I think, for the animation on page load. You know what? I don't care. I think it actually looks great. Unused CSS. Come on now. I'm using Tailwind. It's, yeah, there. Sorry, I don't care about that. You load that file, and then the entire application, all the CSS for the app is ready to go. Unused JS, 74 kilobytes. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about that either. Minimize main work thread. Now, that is interesting. 2.1 seconds? Oh, it must be simulated, because I'm like, it should not take that long to run the JS. But here's the thing, is like the user is seeing everything because it's server rendered, and the animation is CSS driven, so at least I think it is. I didn't actually write that. Pretty sure it's, I think maybe it was Framer, and then I changed it to be CSS later. I can't remember now. It's been like, yeah, 4 years since I launched this the first time. Buttons don't have an accessible name. What? Oh, I better fix that. All right, there's pull request opportunities there, but look at that. I like it. I think it looks great. Haven't done anything with this in a long time. All right, so anyway, I was going to application. We're gonna clear all this out. And now we're back. Here we're gonna say me@kentcdodds.com. You all now have my email address. That will absolutely go to my email. And whoa, it showed up right away, very fast. Whoops, wrong thing. I need to copy this link, copy, link, there we go. Boom, there we are, I'm logged in. Very good. I have 13 sessions. I can sign out of all of them all at once if I wanted to, but I don't actually care that much. We're gonna log out of this one. See you again soon. And then I'm gonna log in on my phone because that has been kind of an annoying thing that I can't log in on my phone because things weren't working. So we're gonna go to kentcdodds.com. I have my Streamlabs set up so that I can share my phone with you. But I didn't, I got that set up when I was doing, man, that's so much faster. I'm so happy that that is faster. But I need to install the app and get it set up for my iPhone because I set it up with my, copy link, here we go, with my Android. But now I have an iPhone, so go. And now we're logged in. Okay, now here's the other thing we're gonna do. Oh, whoops. No. We gotta log in with Safari as well because sometimes it gives me the preview in Safari and I want that to be logged in. Email login link. Magic link has been sent. Come over here, get my magic link, tap and hold, and copy link, and paste it in here. Yoink, paste. Go. Would you look at that? Now I'm logged in. And here it says I have 14 sessions. All right, get out, archive, put this away. Beautiful. Very happy about that. Now, let's see. Somebody is asking. We've got a bunch of chats going on. Any chance that Tailwind class will become standard for browsers one day? Zero chance of that happening. I would be utterly shocked if something like that happened. Maybe, let me not say zero, maybe like a 0.01% chance of that happening. I really don't think that would happen. Hello, Mr. Zods. Ha ha ha. How are you doing, Hunar? Vijay, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Hi, Kent. I'm exploring passkeys for passwordless authentication. I'm about to do that too. How do you see their adoption compared to OAuth, and could they become standard for modern web apps soon? I'm seeing most big companies support passkeys, and so I think that it's becoming more standard, but I also think that there's a lot of value in OAuth. I think it's really cool and interesting. So yeah, I think in answer to both of your questions, or to your question, yes, I think OAuth is going to stay widely deployed, but also passwordless auth with passkeys will become more widely deployed. And it's about to have one more because I'm going to be figuring out how to implement that myself on my own website. Okay, so good stuff. Let's go here. I want to see that check mark be green. Is it not green? It's because the playwright failed. Do I want to dive into this? Probably not. What the heck? Okay, that's something completely different. I'm not going to get distracted. Nope, not going to do that. Not at all. Okay, so let's close all the things. Uh-oh. Was this not saved? Oh, nothing was changed, so that's fine. Okay, close all the things. Thank you. So, passkeys. Let's do this. Let's also do this. I would like to add passkey authentication support to this website. Right now, it's just using magic links. I would like to additionally add passkey support for sign up and login. What do I need to do to make that happen? Boom. I should have command entered that. Is it gonna look for stuff? WebAuthn. Maybe it's using context. I don't know. It's using a .server file, and it's updating login. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna just be doing a lot of review of things, I suppose. Okay, let's read. Help you with Authn. This will require several changes to implement both registration and authentication flows. Here's step by step. First, create the utility file for WebAuthn. That's what this is. We're using simple WebAuthn. We're going to need to look up what that is all about. And they also have this generate challenge from the verifier server. That is not going to be where that goes. Rename to types. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. I want to learn more about what this is all about. I need to sit down. Oh man, my footstool got moved. There we go. Okay, kids are gonna be home in about 10 minutes. We'll see if the solid door and the extra insulation that I put in this room will keep things quiet. Okay, simple web authn. We've got this project features 2 libraries, the server and browser. Can be installed, npm, packaged, in-depth. Okay. And we got sponsors, Okta. That is legit. Okay, very good. So let's go. Wow! Read the room, my goodness. Or at least read my preferences. Okay. So let's look at the philosophy. Pass the server provide values to navigator credentials, yada yada yada. Create and get. Teenage response. Oh yeah, I just realized this will involve a database migration, which will be fun. On the surface, it's a relatively straightforward dance. Unfortunately, values passed. Heavy use of array buffers, difficult to transmit as JSON. Enter simple web authn. Develop a friendly pair of libraries to simplify the dance. Okay. No converting back and forth, yada yada yada. That's fun. Okay. So far, I'm not totally convinced that this is a necessary library, but okay, I'll just keep going. I'm bothered by the fact that this /types package exists. Why aren't these just written in TypeScript? Come on. It's 2025, people. Okay. The content below should be accurate. Oh, for that version. Okay, yeah, that's fine. UMD. Wow, how old is this? By the way, let me know if the music is too loud or something. I can definitely change the volume there. Use a sub-resource integrity checks out. Yeah, we're not going to bother with the UMD. I don't care about that. Types. What if I don't want... Yeah, we're not going to do that at all. Whoops. Okay. Get registration options from the relaying partner, your server. So we generate registration options and then submit the options to the authenticator. I'm assuming the authenticator is on the browser. And then submit the authenticator's response to the relaying party verifier. So we say, so the server says, here's how you can authenticate. The authenticator says, okay, great, let me handle that. And then it gives you a response and then you send that back and the backend verifies, okay, that's one of the registration things that I can handle. I'm guessing that's how that works. Below is all the front-end JavaScript. All right, so keeping it nice and simple. I appreciate that. Let's see. Basic written plain JavaScript. That said, general sequence events should be easily adaptable. So we start registration. Yeah, that's gonna happen right Oh wait, we're gonna fetch the registration option. Okay, so yeah, that's the thing, is like this does require JavaScript to be running in the browser. So there's no progressive enhancement case for this at all. So we're gonna need to have a button. When clicked, we will fetch registration options, or maybe I'll just send that on the initial page load. Either one. I guess I could do this. It can't be progressively enhanced anyway, so maybe I can just fetch it on demand. That's fine. In fact, my site is running React 19, and I wonder, React, yeah, it's still running in RC, but I could update that to React 19, and then I can use like a form action for this. That could be fun. So then my form action, I fetch to the registration options. I pass those to start registration, and here's my what the ATT. What is that? That's the authentication, or what was it? Or the authenticator. ATT response. What is it? The authenticator response. That's not the name of the variable I would use. Invalid state error, probably already registered by user. Okay, interesting. So I handle some errors, and then we verify registration with that response. See, and the cool thing is I could add use optimistic and have, and update messages, like the little message while it's going. So like, this will all be really fast, so probably not necessary, but I could say, getting registration options, asking you to authenticate or whatever, and then verifying registration. Like, that would be kind of fun, but it's probably so fast that it wouldn't be all that useful. I don't know, maybe networks can be slow sometimes. Wait for the results of the verification, and then if it's verified, then you're good. Okay, so front end is not that hard at all. Like, this will be one function. I don't see anything here about whether. Okay, so this is for registration. So there would be, I would like it if I don't have to care about whether we're registering or logging in or authenticating. But we do, looks like we've got auto register. Silent creation of passkey. Ooh, that's weird. If the password manager that was just used for password autofill is also a passkey provider, then the browser will attempt to work with it to register a passkey without any mobile UI. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Yeah, fascinating. I'm not sure what this means, but maybe we'll find out. Interesting. So when the user logs in differently, they're not using the passkey, then you can do this and like silently register the user with a passkey. Fascinating. I don't think that I'll do that, but maybe. See, the thing is, I'm doing passwordless auth with magic links, and so is it all that useful in that case? Most people probably aren't using their password manager for that, even though they probably should be, because a lot of people will say, I don't like magic links because I can't remember what email address I used for them. Well, you can still put it in your password manager even if you're not using a password, but lots of people don't. So anyway, not sure that this upgrading thing would be all that useful, so I don't think I'll do this. Maybe I'll add that later. Start authentication. So authentication is existing login. I would like to have just one button that is authenticate with passkey. Oh, you know what? We're gonna need to allow users, existing users, the option on their profile page to add a passkey as well. So that's interesting. Okay, to generate authentication options. Yep, so that sends it, and then we do the authentication on the client, and then we verify it. So it's pretty much the exact same thing. Start authentication versus start registration. Yeah, it's like exactly the same. Except it's authentication options and verify authentication, and the other is registration options and verify registration. Yeah. Okay, so basically the same thing. Browser autofill. I'm not sure what that means. I'm a little confused about the autofill. I thought it's just like literally a button that you click on. Guidance from platform vendors indicates that it is important to initialize WebAuthn's conditional UI experience as soon as possible. Okay, I don't understand conditional. What's the conditional UI? Conditional selection. I think that's because you can have multiple accounts on a single site, and so you have like, you can choose which one you want, which passkey you want to use. So I probably will want to, I mean, technically people shouldn't have more than one account on my site. That doesn't really make much sense, but I have a use case for that, and that is I have a test account. So I will probably want to implement that too. Interesting. Huh. So what I could do, or it's on cat, login. Whoa, logoin. So you click on this and it pops up the little pop-up, the autocomplete. See, I've got an autocomplete on there already. Email, and I'd say web authn, right? Did I spell that right? Yeah, so then this would know, oh, like they do have a passkey. So I will suggest that too. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so start authentication, when you have this use browser autofill, will set up support for credential selection via the browser's native autofill pop-up. Oh, I see. Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, so we do want to server render the authentication options so that those are available as soon as possible. So I can say start authentication, use browser autofill, true. So on the login page, I'll take whatever those options are, put that in my loader, and then in my component, in a use effect, probably, I will do the start authentication, use browser autofill, and autocomplete verify browser autofill. I probably won't need to worry about this. It will probably just work, but okay. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Browser supports WebAuthn. Yeah, that's another thing I'll want to check probably. So if, well, in my use effect, when I do that start register or whatever start authentication thing, the autofill thing, what is it? Start authentication. When I do that, I'll want to first check that it supports WebAuthn. I wonder if they do this automatically. I wonder what browser supports WebAuthn does. It's probably not very complicated. It's probably just navigator dot, what is it? Whatever. It's probably just a navigator thing. I could probably stick that in a client hint, and then I could even server render. In fact, I could make it so my loader doesn't even bother sending the options if they don't support WebAuthn. That's the cool stuff with client hints. I don't think I'll go that far. Platform authenticator is available. Yeah, we're not going to do anything with that. Okay, and these helpers we probably don't need. Not allowed error after scanning QR code. Affects Chrome up to 127. Ah, my eyes. Verified. Okay, so this bug is still there, it looks like. Interesting. All right, we're gonna just not worry about that right now. Okay, great. Let's look at the server side. Okay, strongly advised, credentials, yada, yada, yada. Store as text. Okay, yeah, so this is, I think we need to store this in database. Yeah. Okay, so we've got our ID. Yeah, okay. Okay. Got our user ID, counter. Okay, I'm not sure what the counter's for. Device type is a credential device type. Single device, multi-device, okay. Backed up, Boolean. Okay, I don't know what backed up is. Transports, I remember reading about this. Okay, interesting. Some contents that describe your relaying party server to authenticators. Oh, you know what? I just remembered. Before we get too much further, I'm going to go to the help joining channel. And I'm going to say to the 128 people here, well, here first, let me say, and so sorry if you tried to sign up for an account and log in to kentcdodds.com and had trouble with that. I had an issue which I have just fixed. So So please try again. Thanks. Okay, there we go. Delete that, and then send this, and then send this. There we go. Sweet. Vijay, the counter field in the passkey type is typically used for tracking replay attacks in web auth and protocols. Oh, that's interesting. So it's like replay attacks. Now, I've not heard of replay attacks before, so I'll have to, maybe they'll say something about that in here. If new counter is greater than stored counter equals new counter, update the counter, else throw possible replay attack detected. Okay, I think that makes sense. So this is just like, they're just hitting it a lot, brute force sort of thing, or I'm not sure, but we will see if, in fact, replay. No, they don't talk about it at all. So I'll have to look more into that. Thank you. Start identifying some constraints. Human readable title for your website, kentcdots.com. Unique identifier for your website, kentcdots.com. The URL, yep, kentcdots.com. Okay, very good. Reference throughout registration. Registration is analogous to new account creation. Registration uses following exported methods from this package. Okay, generate and verify. Very good. So here we go. We've got our user, we got their passkeys. We generate registration options with our name. We've got the user's username. Okay. Don't prompt users for additional information about the authenticator. Recommended for smoother UX. ATT station type. Okay, yeah, probably. Prevent user from re-registering existing authenticators. User passkeys. Yeah. Oh, gotcha. So if they have existing passkeys, then we're going to exclude those passkeys by their ID and their transports. Okay, very good. See guiding use of authenticators. Authenticator selection, residential user verification, authentication. Okay, yeah. Not sure what that is, but that's okay. Remember these options for the user. Set current registration options. I don't know what would I do? Why would I need to remember these options for the user? Not sure I understand that. Tracking authentication events. It helps the server know, track how many times the credential has been used. Oh, and so you say, oh, interesting. So I keep track of how many times it's been used. The new counter. So I'm looking up at your code example. If the new counter is greater than the stored counter, but if the new counter is less than the stored counter, then that's a possible replay attack. Not sure I understand why that would be the case. These options could be yeah, so we return those options and then we send them into start registration. Guiding use also accepts authentication selection, fine-tune the registration experience when unspecified defaults are provided. Best. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, I think we'll probably not need to customize this very much. I don't know if y'all are hearing my kids. They got home. And my son likes to jump from, like, we have stairs that go down and then turn and go down. So like the first set of stairs, I think it's like 9 steps. And so he likes to jump down and it's like right there. So I heard it. I don't know if you heard it. Okay. I don't think I'm going to customize this too much. We'll see when we have it implemented. Attestation. That's what the ATT thing was all about. If attestations type is set to direct, generating registration options, the authenticator will return a more complex response containing attestation statement. So it includes additional verifiable information about the authenticator. Yeah, I don't think I really care too much about that. Verify registration response. So yeah, we post, yeah, here's my body, we get the user, get current registration options, verify registration response. So here's the body, expected challenge, current options. I'm not sure what this get options challenge that was saved above. Oh, I see. Okay, so that's why we want to save this. Wonder if I could put that in a secure cookie, because I don't want to save it anywhere. I'm gonna put it on your device. I think the expected challenge is probably just like additional security that's not entirely necessary. Hey, Pat Mac, thank you. I'm glad. So the other thing is I have a directional shotgun mic, and so that if the sound is coming from the kids over there, it shouldn't be picked up over here. And if you're hearing like what sounds like a bit of an echo, yes, that is true. I've got sound panels that I'm still going to be putting on my doors that should dampen things a lot. And then I can still just load it. I've got sound panels all over the place, but I've got 50 more that I can stick on the ceiling and stuff. And I'm just waiting for those panels to come from my door. Should be any day now. And that should make things better. That's actually also why I'm kind of waiting to do the official tour of the new office too, because I just want to make sure that that like all the sound treatment is done before I do that. Support for multiple origins and RPIDs. Interesting. Okay, I don't think I need to worry about that. When finished, return the verification status, deploy it in the UI. Assuming verification verified is true, the RPs must, at the very least, save the credential data and registration info to the database. So we've got our passkey, and this is our model. So we know what user it is, the user ID, the credential ID, the web authn user ID, because yeah, public key counter, number of times the authenticator has been used on this site so far, how the browser can talk with this credentials authenticator, the passkey is a single device, multi-device, or the passkey has been backed up in some way. That's interesting. So if it hasn't been backed up, then they lose the device and they can't access their account. And so then you get a support email that says, I lost my device. And you're like, yeah, you're right. I can see that you didn't back it up. So you should have done that. And then save it in the database. Very good. Regarding the counter. Okay, here we go. We're going to probably get to that replay thing. Potentially misbehaving actors or clone authenticators. The counter on the subsequent authentication should only ever increment if your stored counter is greater than 0 and the subsequent authenticator's response, the response's counter is the same or lower, then perhaps the authenticator just used to authenticate is in a compromised state. I don't understand how, but okay. It's also not expected for certain high-profile authenticators like Touch ID on macOS to always return 0. It's not unexpected to always return 0 from the signature counter. In this case, nothing we can do to detect a clone authenticator, especially in the context of multi-device credentials. Okay. Knows how to properly check the counter. Should only need to remember to store the value after registration, feed it back to start authenticator when the user attempts a subsequent login. RPs, I forgot what that stands for already, relaying parties, should remember to update the credentials counter value in the database afterwards. Okay, that's fine. I can do that easily. Still not sure how this could be exploited, but okay. Authentication It's going to be very, very similar, I think. So we're going to get the options. We have the relaying party ID, which is just kentcdodds.com. And here's the allowed credentials, the ones that we have saved in the database. We send that along. So this is interesting. I'm a little bit confused. I'm just trying to think, when I call generate authentication options, I'm saying the allowed credentials, that's the user passkeys. I get those from the user, but how do I know who the user is if they haven't logged in yet? So let's go here to start authentication. Generate authentication options. See, they're not showing that you're passing any data about who the user is or what their authentication stuff is all about. Power users optionally generate paths in their own unique challenge. Sorry. Okay. I'm pretty confused about this, so maybe Cursor will help us get there. Then we verify. Get user passkey body.id. Okay, yep, that's fine. We get response, expected challenge, expected origin, expected RPID, and our credential comes from the passkey in the database. Okay. Okay, good. We've got just a bunch of errors to think about. Okay, good. I'm not going to look at the types. Okay, I think that I have a pretty good understanding of how this works. Secure payment confirmation. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's go back to here. Okay, so close you. So we have the verifier thing. No, that's not how that's going to work at all. Generate registration credentials. Okay. I'm not sure why it decided to pull this from the verifier server file, because that doesn't make any sense. Oh, we've got somebody. I can't read those symbols for your name, so I'm not going to try and pronounce your name, but hello, developer living in North Korea. I'm glad that you're enjoying the Epic Stack. That's awesome. Thank you. Eventually, I think the Epic Stack will actually have built-in support for this. And in fact, I think right now it has built-in support for GitHub authentication. And I added that because it gives you a good idea of how to do OAuth authentication. You could swap it out for some other OAuth thing. I think I might remove that and swap it for this, because passkeys make a lot more sense for more use cases, and GitHub doesn't make sense for as many use cases as passkeys do. So look forward to that. Part of the reason why I'm adding passkeys to my personal website is so that I can do that eventually for the Epic Stack. Okay, so the challenge thing, I'm not sure what that is, but we've got user ID and username both being the email. I suppose that makes sense. Hold on. Yeah, the challenge comes from these options that we're going to be saving in the cookie, I think. So when we generate registration options, we don't need to provide a challenge there at all. Yeah, okay. So like this is okay. We can accept and modify. So now we go to miscellaneous. Oh, I'm in my login actually. I'm actually thinking I'd put this in a different route, like a resource route to handle all of this stuff. So we're gonna reject changes here. And we're gonna make, yeah, I got resources, and we're gonna say web authn tsx, or just ts. Yeah. And then we're gonna export remix action, and here, here, actually, hold on. Because like the login page will need stuff in the loader. Yeah, I'm thinking we will keep this resource route, but we're going to do most of our logic for this in this WebAuthn server thing. So let's get rid of this. Let's also install the 2 packages that we need. Okay, good. And then this challenge, we don't need that at all. This is complaining user ID. Okay. I don't think I need the user ID. So we'll get rid of that. And we don't need the challenge because we get the challenge back in options, options.challenge. Boom, there it is. So we need to, yeah, we're going to generate the registration credentials with the email. And then we're going to take the options and save them. Actually, I don't think we need to save it in the cookie. We just send the options on the fetch request. Yeah. Yeah, why not? Okay, we're gonna add a console.log options. We'll do depth of 6. I think color is true as default, but yeah. Okay, good. Okay, and then verify registration. We're gonna get our, where are we? Oh, verify registration. Yeah, so this is when we generate registration, then we verify. So this is, there are a couple paths here. One is, this is a new user, so we need to create that user and log them in. The other is, this is a existing user who's adding a passkey to their account. And so, oh shoot, I've got to get going. So we'll have to continue this from there next time I stream. And that's fine. So we're gonna just want to see what else they had me do. Yeah, that's not enough. Yeah, okay. Thanks. We're just gonna not accept any more of that, and we'll do the rest of that later. Okay, this is fun. We're gonna do more of this in the future, and it's gonna be super fun. But for now, the authentication stuff works on my site again, and that's nice. Yeah, David, I'm excited to see you at Epic WebConf. Feel free to scrub back. I think Elon just posted that on X, because I see you're on X. You can actually scrub back even on live streams, finally, so that's very nice. I wanted to see... nope, never mind. Okay, so that's it. I've got to go take my kid to gymnastics. I will be live streaming next week, and it will be loads of fun, I assure you. So thank you for tuning in. This was a lot of fun, and I look forward to seeing you next time we live stream, because I want to do more of this. Part of the whole reason I made this place was so that I could do a lot of this. So looking forward to seeing you then. Bye.